Yesterday, I asked a top-tier AI to solve a simple question. 60 kilometers per hour, 2 hours of driving. It answered 80 kilometers with absolute confidence. Not only that, it delivered a calm, authoritative explanation about acceleration patterns, hypothetical detours, and imaginary data sources that had nothing to do with reality. And then I saw 3 back-to-back headlines claiming AI will replace leaders, rewrite global economies, negotiate treaties, and maybe even surpass human intelligence in ways we can't predict. Meanwhile, it's out here losing battles against arithmetic. So what's real? What can AI actually do today? Not the fantasy version, not the fear-drenched version, not the hype-inflated product demo version, the version you meet when you sit down, type in a prompt, and watch what happens next. In this video, we're laying out the truth. What AI genuinely excels at, what it struggles with, and where the hidden shifts are happening that nobody sees until it's too late. This isn't about sci-fi, predictions, or speculation. It's about the real capabilities shaping the world right now. You've probably heard the exaggerated claims by now. AI is alive. AI is flawless. AI will take every job. AI will run entire sectors without human oversight. AI is on the brink of surpassing humanity in all meaningful measures. Here's the truth beneath the headlines. AI today is a sophisticated statistical engine. It makes predictions, generates options, suggests patterns, and accelerates workflows. It does not understand truth, consequence, or lived experience. It doesn't know what danger is, what responsibility means, or why certain mistakes matter. And yet, this pattern engine is powerful enough to reshape how work happens across industries. In some cases, it's already doing so quietly and efficiently, while the hype conversation rages somewhere else entirely. To understand AI realistically, you need a 3-part mental model: AI as a super assistant, AI as a creative amplifier, and AI as a silent workhorse. Only after understanding all 3 can you grasp the 4th and most important piece: its invisible flaws. Think about your daily responsibilities, the messages you haven't answered, the documents you haven't read, the meetings you barely remember. Most people don't drown in work because the work is too hard. They drown because the volume of information is impossible to keep up with. This is where AI is transformative. When you give it a messy collection of notes and ask it to organize them, it does so instantly. When you provide a 50-page report and ask it to extract risks, it responds with clarity and structure. When you hand it a half-formed thought and ask it to turn it into a professional paragraph, it does so with speed and surprising nuance. AI thrives on clarity and structure. If you know what you want and can describe it reasonably well, AI accelerates you. It removes the mental overhead of starting from zero. It reduces the friction that stops most people from getting work done. But here's the catch: AI cannot reliably catch its own mistakes. It will draft a perfect-looking paragraph that is subtly wrong. It will misinterpret conditions, misunderstand timelines, and miscalculate quantities. And it will do so with the friendly authority of someone who truly believes they're being helpful. So the rule here is simple. AI multiplies your productivity when you keep control. It becomes dangerous when you assume it already understands your intentions or your context. It's great for low-stakes drafting, summarizing, outlining, reframing, brainstorming, and learning. It's terrible for final decisions, compliance, legal interpretation, high-stakes commitments, or anything where being incorrect has real-world consequences. In other words, AI supercharges the tasks you already know how to supervise. It removes grunt work, not responsibility. The second role is where AI looks almost magical, and where the gap between beginners and professionals becomes much more noticeable: creativity. Creativity thrives on iteration, variation, and exploration. The hardest part of the creative process isn't polishing an idea, it's generating enough possible ideas to find the one worth refining. AI collapses that exploratory phase from hours into minutes. Writers use AI to develop outlines, explore genre variations, build character motivations, and test alternate endings. Designers use it to create concept directions, color studies, initial sketches, and layout explorations. Marketers use it to generate campaign angles, headline variations, and consumer personas. But don't misinterpret this. AI doesn't remove the need for human taste, discipline, or vision. It simply expands the number of directions you can explore before committing to one. The baseline for average content will keep rising because AI can make mediocre ideas look polished. But truly excellent work still depends on taste, intention, and sensitivity, qualities AI does not possess. AI didn't kill creativity. It killed the bottleneck between a spark and its execution. And if you're a creative professional, AI isn't your competitor. Your competitor is the creative person who uses AI better than you. The third role is the least talked about and the most economically consequential. This is the AI you don't see, the one buried inside infrastructure. This AI isn't generating essays or images. It's evaluating transactions, predicting inventory, optimizing logistics, triaging customer queries, identifying anomalies, scoring risk levels, and guiding decisions behind the scenes. In finance, it spots suspicious activity before human analysts ever look. In healthcare, it suggests patterns in imaging for specialists to review. In logistics, it forecasts demand and reduces wasted resources. In software, it generates tests, predicts code failures, and assists in rapid debugging. None of this is glamorous. None of it goes viral. None of it gets turned into sensational headlines. But this is where AI is already saving billions of dollars and millions of hours worldwide. And this is the real engine of economic transformation, not job replacement, but task compression. To understand the gap between hype and reality, you need to understand the flaws people rarely talk about. Flaws that don't show up in polished demos or press releases. Hallucination, shallow reasoning, no real understanding. First, hallucination. AI invents facts because it's not recalling truth, it's predicting. When it lacks information, it fills the gaps with whatever seems statistically likely. Second, shallow reasoning. AI can chain a few logical steps together, but the moment your problem involves multiple constraints, exceptions, or moving parts, the cracks appear. Third, it has no real-world understanding. AI does not know your personal context, emotional nuance, office politics, or the consequences of being wrong. Put these flaws together and you get the simple truth. AI is extraordinary at generating possibilities and terrible at being the final authority. It drafts, you decide. Let's talk about work. The wrong question is, will AI take my job? The real question is, which parts of my job are mechanical and which parts require judgment?
In marketing, AI can propose dozens of slogans, but it can't read the subtle politics of a client meeting. In healthcare, it can highlight anomalies, but it can't decide how to compassionately deliver devastating news. In engineering, it can generate code, but it can't architect systems or take responsibility when things fail. The parts of work that involve copying, formatting, rephrasing, or moving information around will gradually shift toward automation. The parts that involve judgment, ownership, trust, and decision-making will become even more valuable.
AI doesn't eliminate jobs, it reshapes them and rewards the people who can use these tools wisely. Rule 1. Let AI draft. You decide. AI gets you from zero to something. You are responsible for the final version.
Rule 2. Ask for reasoning, not just answers. Get alternatives, pros and cons, and explanations. This exposes weak answers immediately. Rule 3. Keep humans in the loop for anything that affects money, safety, legal exposure, health, or people's livelihoods. Rule 4. Use AI to learn faster, not to avoid learning. Let it explain concepts from different angles, but verify facts and build your own understanding. Follow these rules and AI becomes an advantage, not a liability. In the coming years, AI will feel less like a separate product and more like electricity. Everywhere, but invisible. Documents will organize themselves. Schedules will adjust automatically. Interfaces will anticipate what you need. We'll see specialized models for industries, stricter regulation around risk, and new expectations for workers. The winners will be those who understand the strengths and limits of these systems, not those who blindly trust or blindly reject them. The real danger is not AI becoming omnipotent. The real danger is treating a fallible system as if it already is. 60 kilometers per hour, 2 hours. The correct answer is 120. A child knows this, and AI might know it, depending on how you ask. AI today is a fast, flexible, error-prone super assistant. It can accelerate your work, expand your creativity, analyze information, and generate endless possibilities. But it cannot replace judgment, responsibility, or human understanding. Use AI to multiply your effort, not to subtract your judgment. And if you want to go deeper into the myths that keep people confused about AI, the next video is waiting for you. See you there.